Good evening, folks. It's me, Schmuel Buckman. We're here for a spite stream. If for no other reason than I'm just annoying and also have to turn off the sound on the other computer. So, what's going on, kids? I'm hopping in here because I just saw something that I thought needed to be addressed and needed to be addressed quickly. And there we go. So the chat is now open for everyone. And all right, links have not gone out. Nothing's really happened. Um, as of the moment, I guess Tommy Jordan just went live as well. So we'll have to see. All right, let's go. I just posted this on X. I want to see if we get any traction. I will hang around. If not, I'll spend a few minutes and we'll talk a little business and we'll see what happens. So let's go, folks. I'm going to put up a banner. I'm going to do all the things that I should be doing. Let's see. That's a song, right? We don't want that. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da da. It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. A lady up ahead waved to flag me down. She got in at the light. I said, where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you ruined your gown in the rain. She just looked out the window. She said, 16 Parkside Lane. Well, something about her seemed familiar. I could swear I'd seen her face before. She said, I'm sure you're mistaken. And she didn't say anything more. It took a while, but she looked in the mirror. And she glanced at the license for my name. A smile seemed to come to her slowly. It was a sad smile, just the same. And she said, how are you, Harry? And I said, how are you, Sue? Through the too many miles and the too little smiles, I still remember you. It was somewhere in a fairy tale. I used to take her home in my car. We'd learn about love in the back of a Dodge. The lesson hadn't gone too far. Dun, something inside me, the driver princess wild. Oh, there's a wild man, yes, and he's hiding in me, illuminating my smile. I've got. Hi, Mikey. Hi, Genta. Hi, Cigarette Jones. Hi, guys. This is a spite stream, of which I did the first 5 minutes on an unlisted YouTube stream because I'm an idiot. And I was wondering, I was like, oh, I guess I can't pull the 6 or 7 people that I thought I could pull by just going live. And now we have 10. So let's get up to 15 and then I'll disclose the reasons for the spite stream. And I had them here a moment ago. We're going to put on the glasses. There we go. Art Bell, that is, thank you. That is for my good friend Final Boss. It was a kind of an emergency. I didn't plan on going live. And as a matter of fact, I was kind of just starting to check traffic to see what it would be like to go home. And I witnessed something that made me feel very uncomfortable. And therefore I had to deal with it. I'm gonna try to do something with this light. Much is that better? Shining right in my eyes, and let's turn it a little bit. Maybe we'll get the glare out of the glasses. I need the glasses. It is young old vibes. Hi, people. Johnny Chopsticks, where is your bush hat? So, Johnny, the truth of the matter is, yesterday morning I drove up. I had the duck hat on. I put the Aussie chiller on top of it. Meaning to take it off and carry it over here, and from the parking spot into the office, and I have not seen it since. I hope I didn't lose it. I quickly looked in the car last night and didn't see it, but it took me a long time to get that hat the way I like it, so I'm gonna have to redo it. Ozone, they're going after you on the poker stream right now. I shit on their poker stream, so um, I like the poker stream. I like the thought of the poker stream. I like all the stuff in the poker stream, but I just didn't like the way it was run. We're gonna hear a little background, not background, but feedback, loop back, whatever back you call it, because I want to check the sound, and I'm alone, so the only way to do it is by myself. Um, all right, cool. I'm not. I was heavily modulating, um, a lot. Um, yeah, cigarette. It's to be perfectly honest, you got mentioned on WATP and WATB. The truth is, uh, I'm getting mentioned a lot lately, and it's because of you guys. Is the real truth. It's not got anything to do with me. It's just that the chatters we have in the stream are kind of the best, and they draw attention, and then I draw other attention. There is no filter on. But I'll tell you what, this is actually a pretty good time to mess with it. And for anyone that's interested, this is just us hanging out, bullshitting. I don't have a topic. I just wanted to fuck with Joey C. But I'll tell you that reason why in just a moment. I'm going to the filter section, my friend, and the only filter that I have on, wait, we could do this. Hold on, this will work. And that. Is that better? Sorry. I don't know why, but NVIDIA Broadcast defaulted to something else. Is that any better? Lady KB is on with Carl, but she forgot to put her on her filter. Oh shit, that's on. Is that on now? I thought it was on at like 4 in the afternoon. Or is it 6? I have no goddamn idea. And Genta, I know I look fine. Thank you so much. I just like messing with Cigarette Jones and these people who are obsessed by my filtering. And it's always kind of fun to have people who never go on camera complain to you about your filter. Let's just see here. What's the deal? This is fucking crazy. With Schmuel, BYB, Trucker Andy, Tommy Jordan, JT, and Fritz Stoller on right now. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. You know what? I forgot about BYB. I went and looked to see who was, what do you call it? I went to look and see who was live, and I didn't see anybody, but I thought Joey C was doing his, like, one of his presidential streams tonight, and it turned out it wasn't. He was doing with Lou the God, and they were talking, and he got pissed off because apparently he wasn't getting enough super chats, nor was he getting enough memberships. So he quit the stream and will come back in an hour if enough people, if he gets 100 people to do it. And it was a distasteful. So I dropped it. And I'm not in Hoboken tonight, MGD. I am in Queens, beautiful Queens. About, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile outside of Manhattan, maybe, which I have to go through. And because I'm a cheap bastard, if I go at 9 instead of at 8, I save $7. So you know, cigarette, you do come up with a pretty good point. Uh, I was actually enjoying um, condiment talk last night. So you know, there we go with that. So I think condiments are something that everybody likes and everybody can appreciate. And there we go. And Serenity needs attention, people. Give Serenity attention. So, hey, Kahuna, what's going on, buddy? Kahuna, I'm on here because your boy Joey, I don't want to say he rage quit, but he was like, I'm going off unless I get 100 members. And if I don't get 100 members, I'm leaving. And I also promised I wanted to take a look at last night's stream because I guess everybody kind of knows Mersh had a bit of a shit fit last night about our stream after. Jesus, that was worse, huh? Mersh had a shit fit stream last night. I'm gonna keep popping up and popping down until we get this right. Is that any better? Mersh had a shit fit stream last night because of the show. So I wanted to. I rewatched it because I thought that I was clear in making sure that I did not insinuate that he had given a black eye to Ice Dancer, and I had not. So we'll talk about that in a bit. And let me get this fucking thing. Everything's annoying me. I'm not in the goddamn mood for this shit tonight. The tracking cam is the best decision you've made. You know the old necessity is the mother of invention and all that other bullshit. So I have the Osmo 3. I've had it for quite a while, and I use it like for outdoor stuff and whatnot. And I was kind of stuck because my Anchor webcam kept crashing my system every time I plugged it in. The fucking system would crash. It would get some like fucking driver error, and it turned out that the Pocket 3, when using like NVIDIA Broadcast or one of those other apps, makes it a pretty goddamn good webcam, and it's a lot better of a camera than those other ones. And so there we go. Mint Diggity, don't be starting any shit in here today. You've been atrocious all over the internet these last couple of days. The final boss, are you crazy? It's covering over his eyes with the filtered fake eyes. The eyes are not fake. The eye tracker is off. But you can't give them everything they want. You gotta like parcel it out. If I had a catchphrase, I don't know, like I don't know. Let's take Joey C for example. You can trust me. You can trust me. Um, you know, said it once in a while, maybe you'd believe it, but all the time you don't. So MGD 100% Mint has been wilding. I mean, he's gone off the fucking reservation. He used to be like he'd stick you, but he did not. His words were very thoughtful and whatnot. Now it's like you're just a fucking coward. And there we go. Serenity, now I know you have bits, but we learned from you that they stink. So and you taught us that you didn't want to be a real member. You wanted to be a troll, is what you told me. Those are, I believe, your words. And I gave you a shot with the manifesto. Maybe we should try again later. The lovely Ashley Cummings is in the room. Hi, Ashley Cummings. How are you, my dear? And yes, yes, it's just like John. I'll never give out your number. Um, and Joey C. Yes, I'll never dox you. I'll never dox you. I know your fucking mother. What a piece of shit. Final boss, when Final Boss gets home, I think you do have the clip of a Serenity singing on air, and that would be pretty fun. Pretty fun. Schmuel is rude and obfuscates. I answered your question. I could not have answered your question more directly. So I am not obfuscating. Cigarette Jones, what do you think of Blind Molly? I do not know who Blind Molly is. Do I have to? Is she like the female Blind Mike? Um, but yeah, I have to check it out. Is it? Is it? I don't know what it is. So you guys, like, we're just hanging out in the chat, so you can tell me there. I think that would be fucking awesome. Uh, ah, chirp chirp, my brother. Chirp chirp. So the uh, my wife did not actually get the joke when we have the smoke alarms that are plugged in, but they also have the battery backup, and one of them started chirp chirp, and I joked around because I couldn't find it. I said, it's like Big Black's house. It's probably built it behind a wall, and one, she thought I was an asshole for saying they built it behind the wall, and two, she had no goddamn idea who Big Black was. Not a stern listener. She was a Philly person. And when I met her in her car, she had a CD from the radio station with call in bits on it, or whatever the hell you call them, prank phone calls. And it's funny because if you've been listening to O&A for as long as I had, you can't or Ron and Fez, you can't listen to them anymore because you know that they're all fake. And bunch of gaslighting motherfuckers in this chat. Well, at least we can say you're not changing just for us, man. So that's pretty cool. Whoa, Big Black, you got to come on the show one time. And that's it. And we need a call-in number so Schmuel can't lie. No one says if I get a call-in number that you're going to be able to access it. There's Serenade now. I have one of the young ladies in the DMs, a very popular chatter, and I have discussed methods for using it. And my wire is fucked up, so I'm just going to leave it that way. Hopefully, I won't get Cigarette Jones. Send Dan the link. Who's Dan? Da, 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 da. And I had this great opening. I was singing Taxi. I wonder if it'll come up in the when we're over with. I wonder if it'll come, because I had the link unlisted because I was testing something this afternoon, and I wanted to try. I wanted to try something. All right, so let's start with this. I got 29 people in here, more than enough. Our boy Mersh went off on me last night, as apparently he likes to. The reality is, I never said that Mersh, or even implied that Mersh gave Ice Dancer a black eye. That was all Moody, 100% Moody. What I did say, though, was that I didn't think that Mersh had a lot of right to complain about it because of shit that he says about other people. And he was going on about, I never lie, I might embellish or whatever. But I've been engaged with Mersh, particularly on the, what do you call it? Oh, look at that. And I've been, what the fuck? Oh, and uh, our boy Panhandler just texted me. warning me. No, he was. I do now know who Blind Molly is, so we will figure it out. Um. All right. So the on just onto the Mersh thing. Look, man. Uh, Mersh gets off on shit, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Like he went off on Haley. I thought going off on Haley was a little much. I like Mersh. Mersh may say he doesn't like me anymore, that I'm a sleaze bag, and I'm showing my mask is coming off or something like that. Absolute bullshit. Been the same since day one. But uh, I don't know. I think he gets a little too involved, and I think he might be a little bit too protective, and it, it's weird that he's so sensitive about that one issue because he doesn't seem to be sensitive about anything else. And I think it's because the story he told about the stripper that he took care of, he he helped break a cycle of losing their mind. So there was that. All right. Um, let's see. Diablo Sandwich asked a question. Oh, what? It's Blind Mike in a wig. I know now who it is. So yeah, it probably is Blind. Sings like a girl. So I'm not surprised. Um, I saw this here. Diablo Sandwich. Yeah. Why did Moody strike Brian Landon? I'm behind. Um, the answer that I have is that Moody put it on his channel, and Brian put it up, and Moody asked him not to put it up, that he wanted it to sit on his channel for a while, and Landon just put it up, left it up, or whatever, and Moody struck him. Boom. How do I feel about that? I don't know. I haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about it, but I could see why Moody would be pissed off. I could see why Landon wouldn't give a fuck, but there are a lot of people saying, "Oh, you could have done a soft strike. You could have done this." Moody asked them not to do it, and he did it anyway. So you can't stand the heat. Don't go in the kitchen. What do you say? Moody didn't ask, and even if he did, I am clueless. Um, because Mint can't stand Moody. Mint, anybody that's not in little Mint's little what's the word that I'm looking for? Pump scheme, his pump program, he doesn't like. So they do everything wrong. And wow. Let's see. Uh no, I Jesus Christ, my little thing here is so it's always so slow on one screen and on the other. Uh, I am not at all pro striking, but I am pro timing out. Uh, see you later, Dano. All right. Uh, Mint can't stand anyone. So here's a question, Mint. Is it performative, or do you really feel this way? Because I got to be honest, it feels a little performative, right? I mean, everybody, like, nobody is either all bad or, you know, nobody fits nobody could be what Mint wants them to be. So, there we go. But I've always felt Mint was a good egg. And, I was telling Panhandler just that yesterday, because Pan was, he was a little annoyed, I think, at Mint. I mean, I saw Mint's tweets; they were pretty harsh, and he wasn't holding back. I thought it was pretty were. Howdy, Schmuel, Mr. Jones. Enjoying the streams. Well, I'm glad you are. This was a little impromptu thing. I just wanted to fuck with Joey C a little bit. So if somebody can, it would be pretty cool if we sent. We don't. I don't want to send him the EV Mux link, but we could do that, right? I could share the. I could share the link. I could do that, right? Share, copy. Do I have X open? I have X open, and da. And let's go home. Let's go to Control V and at CATA. Whoops, CATALANO Catalano TV. And boom. So now Joey knows we're live and he knows I'm spiting him. Uh, Look, let's be honest. If past behavior is any indication of future performance, those vets are going to have some long, cold fucking nights. Well, the Catalano family is sleeping on a bed of cash and popcorn, watching old mob movies and Chicago PD. Imagine that. You grow up, you're Italian, right? You never really did anything, you're a bum. And you sit and you watch Chicago PD because that's what reminds you of the good times. So it's kind of bullshit. Yeah. And be nice. Schmuel's a vet. Look, I was in the military uh, for 4 years of active and then some reserve time, active reserves. But I don't really consider myself a vet. And certainly not like the war guys because I was in, all we were really concerned about was nuclear weapons. Like I spent uh, learning to don chemical warfare equipment and um, you know look away look away from nuclear blasts. And when you duck down, you got to be careful because the wind that went over your head one way is coming back the other way. um, so that's it. But we thought for sure that you guys, you got your terrorism thing, you young kids. We thought for sure that the world was on the brink of ending, and it kind of was. But luckily, we got through it because the world always gets through it, and that's the point. You gotta live like the world is going to be there, and so and getting depressed helps no one. And the other reality is that fucking 100 years ago, um, you'd be sleeping on straw, never taking a shower, and I don't know, smelling like a certain house in Tampa as you walk by. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Am I the only regard that thought Master of Disguise was funny? Um, we did. I have to be honest. I just put it up because I was trying to make a quick thumbnail, and Adobe kept crashing, so I slapped it up there. All right. All right. I got to do this merch thing. So anyway, Mersh got all bent out of shape last night. He's yelling and screaming and all this. Kumia, Kumia, Kumia. I've been in this. I've been in that. Um, I should probably pull up this infamous article that he wrote, um, which I don't think is so great. But it again references a lot of at the risk of doxing myself, Herbert Field was a satellite base of Eglin Air Force Base back in my day, and it is now currently its own Air Force Base, but still called Herbert Field. And so, love Herbert Field. Love Herbert Field. Um, and you can tell you're getting old because I was down there um, for a reunion not too long ago. But more importantly, I was at my niece's wedding out in Cleveland, and there was a tech sergeant there who is a jet engine mechanic at Hurlburt Field, and I was so excited to like reminisce about Northwest Florida. And hilariously enough, this guy just did not give a fuck. And it was like, oh God, this old man talking to me. And it's just, we just do it. We just do it. And he was working on the Osprey aircraft, which is a plane that nobody wants. Um, and I don't know what it means for Hurlburt Field, but it was stuck on them. It's just a really, really shitty aircraft. It's like got no there's no real use for it. They have to invent uses for it. It's the one plane that the government voted to kill, Congress voted to kill, and whoever that congressman was, I don't remember what the guy was, but he was so powerful, he got them to continue to make it. And I don't know if they're still building it, but they still do use them. But and the Osprey is the plane where the wings fold up, and it can land vertically and horizontally, but its propeller, unlike the Harrier, which is the Marine aircraft. God only knows why the Marines need an aircraft. All right. Somebody just said here, just do it, and we're trying. No Pat's coming. So yeah. Listen, it takes a special breed to be Marine. It takes it takes a special breed to be the thing. But the V-22 is the Osprey. I don't think the Marines I don't know if they use the Osprey. They use the Harrier, but I could be wrong. It's been a really, really fucking long time. So, well, Joe Scarborough was the Republican congressman from Pensacola. He is actually, I think he's what Matt Gaetz had, and I don't know who has it now. But yeah, and there was some shenanigans with Scarborough. Like one of his interns died or something, but he really wanted to be out of it. Yeah, Joe Scarborough was the right, and then Matt Gaetz was the guy. And do you guys remember? I think her name was it Riley Winter? I think it was Riley. Fuck, was it Riley Winter? So I think it was her, but it was one of those like the uber leftist types, that was all like very anti-Trump, anti-whatever, ran against Gates, and was just trouble. One of these people just her kid was always having trouble in school. Her kid was always getting in trouble, and she was always blaming everybody else, and just got smashed in the election. So there we go. If they all landed and took off vertically, then hardly any of them would crash into fire trucks. Curious George, we need to correct that. The fire truck crashed into the plane. The plane did not crash into the fire truck. And Cigarette Jones, you got it. Yes, she was dead, found dead in his Fort Walton office. The intern. And I don't think that I don't remember what the cause was. But it was probably like natural and probably just coincidence, but um I I remember that it did come up from time to time. The CCK guy, you have to be a special kind of stupid to join the army. So it sounds like right up your alley there, boss. Head down to your local recruiter. Um, See the army, join the world. Or join the world, see the army. Or join the army, see the world. I'll get one of them straight at some point. Um, but yeah, the intern was found dead. All right. So, I told Ice Dancer that if I did say the thing about her getting a black eye, or I implied that, I would apologize. And I did not. I did not say that. I said something. I really said about the Moody thing. Um, but I did think that Mersh overreacted to it in the first place. and then total overreaction uh, last night. So there we go. But that's his shtick, right? Like that's what gets him. That's what gets him people. That's what gets him viewers and stuff. Um, I don't know that it's necessarily the greatest uh, strategy for growth, but I don't know that I don't know that you want to do that. But look, he's taking a lot of heat. People making fun of him for buying the Switch for the girlfriend, but having to raise money to do it. Um, Owing the IRS all that money. Now I know he had a payment plan, so did he not make the payment plan or whatever? That I don't know. Um, but no one ever, no one ever feels like the what do you call it? They want to pay. They want to pay the IRS. But dealt with enough people in my life, man. When you get behind with the IRS, it's really hard to get past it, especially when you're getting your money 1099, like you're getting all of it, because it's really hard to think, oh, 35 cents out of every dollar has to go to today's taxes. And then they want another 35%. You know, you're like 70 cents out of every dollar is gone before you get it. And, when you smoke and drink, that shit gets expensive, as has my Mexican Coca Cola. ShopRite, it was 2.49, then it went to 2.69, and last time it was 2.99. But I buy them in bulk. I get them cheaper. Cigarette Jones. I can come on, Schmuel, and I can discuss potash and Belarus. I got to tell you, as much of an offer as that is, that I cannot, that's killing me to turn down. I'm gonna have to drop it because I really only plan on staying on for a little while, as I always say, um, just to mess with Joey. And I should have sent out I should have put out a post that said, hey, Joey C fans, we're over here now. And Cupcake was gonna send Lou the God the link for me, but I don't ever know where. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that happened or not. Let's see. Da, da. Blind Molly is Serenity's podcast channel. Um, so there we go. I now have information that I would not have had if I had gotten on there. Um, you have no plan, Schmiel. None at all. None. I was never streaming at all. I kind of had the thing set up, and I was just like, fuck it. Um, I saw what Joey did, and I love sticking it to him, so that's where we go. And uh, Curious George, I'm 64 years old. I've been hearing that since I'm two. That everything's expensive and going to get worse. Um, yes, yes, potash and Belarus. I think I think those are topics that are excellent for Serenity now. Da 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 da. Um, Pot Awful one. I don't know enough about Pot Awful, but I can't. It's too gimmicky, click, and the voice. It's like I don't know. Plus the wig. The wig is the thing that really gets me more than anything else. And what can I tell you? Schmuel buys two things in bulk: Mexican Coke and Depends. I imagine that at some day I will have to buy Depends. Uh, that day has not yet come. Thank God. Thank God. Um, I gotta say though, one of the creepiest things in the world about getting to be my age is when you meet people younger than you, and I mean younger than you, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and all the fuck they want to talk about is Depends and when they can get Medicare. It's just crazy. Chris Mack, I am doing a Spite stream versus one Joey C. Catalano because this fucking guy left his stream because not enough people were giving him money. And he's demanding 100 members before he comes back. And I do not think that's the way our president should act. Not that he's ever going to be president. Day one coming soon. Good evening, day one. Magdalena, MG Day, send Siggy the link. No, I'm just being annoying. Annoying. And so we're not going there. The wig, that hair thing he's wearing is definitely a wig. There's no way it's real. And do you think Joey C actually believes his delusions or is it an act? This is a good question. I totally believe that he believes it. Like, I think he really, like, in his heart of hearts, when he goes to bed at night and closes his eyes, he's seeing the White House. He's seeing it, like, laying down in the Lincoln bedroom, him and Christine, having the butlers bring them room service. But it's fucking delusional. And the other part is, you got a guy who never did anything, right? Never did anything for anyone but himself, to his own detriment, and he wants to be your president. I mean, it's certainly not a life of service that he's led. So I don't know that I would really trust him. Calvertons will be hanging out at the playground. You can all find him there. Joey C is the worst. What more can we say? I mean, that pretty much just sums it up. He is live right now. Question mark. I didn't see it. He was until about 10 minutes ago when he said, probably a little longer than that, when he said, I'm getting off this stream unless I get 100. I'm stopping. And if in an hour there are 100 members at $2.99 a person, I will come back on and stream and grace us with his presence. So there we go. Kahuna, our boy Cupcake was supposed to send me the link, so I don't have Lou's information. Invest in Belarus sovereign fund. Lukashenko is a good egg. The problem with investing in Belarus's sovereign fund, off the top of my head, is that Russia's just going to take it whenever it wants it. If anybody talks to me about adult diapers, they're getting blocked. The only people that don't want to talk about adult diapers are the people that have to have adult diapers. Like, they'll talk about it in a group of old men. They'll just sit around fucking talk about it. But when you're talking to young guys and stuff, they're not talking about it. So there we go. Something about a hairpiece. Joey C is a supreme grifter. I am going to disagree with you only because he fails at every grift that he attempts. Or if he succeeds, it's such a low level achievement that it wasn't worth the fucking headache anyway. It's like the guy who scams a free Big Mac but takes 2 hours to do it is not scamming anything. They're wasting 2 hours with money they could have with time that they could have earned money with. So that's the deal. He spends a lot of time spinning his fucking wheels and never accomplishing anything. And more importantly, they still owe the money that they were told to pay back for the FEMA fraud. And they're not looking to pay that back. They're not looking to pay that. They don't plan on paying that back until 2030 when they're required. So it's like, hey man, if you do it, there you go. Look at this, Mr. Caps, Joey C14, Young Old Vibes. I am whatever you say. I don't care. Anyone, any money. don't you people get that? Let's be honest. If you didn't care, you wouldn't react this way. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be in fucking the chat yelling about it. Doomspaya. I am disappointed by the way that Joey treated Jerry T. Wait. Did Joey treat Jerry T? Really, we pay every month, never missed a payment with the government. No one said you missed the payment. What they did say is that you're on some fool's errand to run for president, wanting to take care of us all and yelling about how bad the government is, and you didn't pay them back the money. So there we go. Panhandler. Joey, don't take that kind of talk from the blacks. Joey, if you wanted to fucking run for president, and show us that you've changed, pay the goddamn money back. And it's like monthly payments. Yes, Your Honor, I still, whatever. So, not only will Joey be our first Italian president, but also our first retarded president. You know what? Seacock, I've been giving you a hard time, but tonight, Joey and Gino have the same typing style. Yeah, it's like the voice to text. It's the one the simple people use. But actually, could you imagine those two as president and vice president? Boom. That'd be pretty fucking wild. Oh, and to quote for Mr. Panhandler, that black in particular has a distinctly poor attitude. The government is bad. So if the government is bad, why are you running for the government? To become part of the bad system? Or you see that the grift is so large that you want to get in on it? Because no one in their right mind would believe that you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart. And you can write that in stone. So there we go. And I saw some stuff here. Hold, please. Da 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 da. I just got a very funny chat. Yeah, and for everybody that's interested, I timed out Dan for 30 minutes because I don't know, I can, and it's fun to do. And what are you going to do to change that, Mr. Catalano? Um, there's nothing in your past that would indicate that you would do anything positive in the future except get an idea, not follow through, and leave it to somebody else. So, there we go. And but he might be the first president, Italian president, and also the first president on like SSI or something. So Joey's a presidential candidate posting about the government being bad. Good luck, bucko. Um, let's see. I have changed, and I am paying them what they told us to, Schmuel. You're just a diehard streamer. You know I am right. It don't matter what you say, I know. You stole money, right? Like they're telling you to pay it back. It's like, so you're doing the minimum that you can do to pay this money back, but you stole the money, right? It's not like you took out a student loan and they said, "Hey, monthly you pay us back, whatever." And this money, the reason why they gave you the opportunity to pay it back was because you didn't have any, right? So there's no law against giving them extra money. There's no law about saying, "Hey, I'm supposed to give you 500 this month, but I got an extra 100, so let me throw you 600 and take it off the other end," right? But no, because everything is a fucking scam. And there we go. My previous chat was me62. Be highlighted. Thanks. Okay. Right. Then stop taking money from the bad government. If the government is bad, stop taking it. Stop taking that Social Security disability. Right? PTSD. This guy's out there, for veterans, but was a meth head for years and maybe didn't take care of responsibilities, had consequences from those responsibilities, got PTSD from the consequences of the lack of the responsibility taken care of, and then collected money from the government, but they're the bad ones. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Bring me home. Make me understand. Uh, Joey scams a lot. Ooh, Scamilano? And I'm running to make a difference, to make it better. As the old ladies used to say, charity begins at home. All right. If Gino had half of Joey's grift, it works. Wait, I'm gonna try to read this peanut butter. Here we go. If Gino had half Joey's grift, it works in the moment for them, but never in the long run. Why are these adults allergic to 9 to 5? And I think we said that earlier, right? Which is, it's more difficult to be scamming than it is to just fucking work, right? Just get a job. You're a 70-year-old sad man that talks shit. Joey, I'm 64, and I'm not sad. Do I look sad? Do I look like I'm sad, Joey? I'm not sad. Do you see me raging on camera all the time? No, you don't. Do you see me getting evicted? No, you don't. Do you see me having a Harley in my kitchen? Because, hell, that's a great place to change the oil. No, you don't. All right? So there we go. Panhandler wants the free $2 Dan. It's America, and he is free. Doomspayer, we've done that. We've done it. And so can't really do that. I'm perfectly happy to debate Joey, but not tonight. Tonight I'm just spiting him because of what he did to you people. I kind of want to stick it to him. I don't want to give him a forum. So and I'm happy to give him a forum. I'm happy to do this. We could do it Saturday night, Joey. Happy to do it. Happy to do it next week. But tonight is just to fuck with you, to keep people from you grifting people and forcing them, if that's really the right word, to put money in your coffers, so to speak. And the balls of you to start the week off wanting $20,000. Balls! Balls! Balls. Pay attention, watch and learn. I won't lie. Wait, hold on a second. Pay attention, watch and learn. I won't lie. I will fight for the people. So pay attention. You will see what I do. I think maybe the problem is that we have been paying attention. That's the problem. I didn't steal anything. Then why are you having to pay back money? Right? And again, Young Old Vibes hit the nail on the fucking head, which is, if the government is so bad and so evil, why are you taking their check every month? And from what I understand, last year, from your buddies, that you could have made more money on YouTube and you could have done more, but you chose not to because that would have affected the amount of money you were getting from the government. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it certainly makes a lot of sense. So, wouldn't it just be easier just to get a fucking job? Right? I mean, my God, there's guys your age working at fucking Home Depot. So, there we go. Stabby C, for press secretary, we will not be putting up any Stabby C stuff. There we go. Joey stole Rochi's heart, among other things, but has he given it back? That's really the question. Joey has 13 grandkids to pay for. Good luck for that. Um, let's see. Didn't Joey need a whole lot more signatures before he even become ballot eligible? He cannot get. I don't think he can even start collecting until next year. There's like a time frame, and no candidate, none ever in the history of the state of Florida, has ever gotten on the ballot who did not use paid signature collectors. And Florida is considered one of the most difficult states in which to get signatures. The minimum required is based on the last election, should be about 184,000, but Florida throws out about 40% of those. So you're going to need, I don't know, 250 maybe, 260,000 signatures beforehand. And they have a very complicated process. I didn't get charged with seeing money. You work the system. They stolen $78 trillion. They're the crooks. I don't know, man. People thinking you sitting at home in the middle of the day eating fucking pizza is and getting a check might just be just as bad. Beetlejuice, 42,199. Joey C ran away from a person with a broken neck. Well, I did not say he does not have heroic moments. And that was New Yorker to a T, so I honor that. You no clue what you are talking. I think I'm 100% accurate here. I think I'm 100% accurate here. I didn't think convicted felons could run for president. As far as I know, convicted felons can run for the House of Representatives and president. As a matter of fact, we have a convicted felon in the White House currently, whose case is pending based until he gets out. Joey might be the first president-elect to get evicted during his run. Pretty funny. Sorry, sir, you can't stay here no more. Can you send Stealth a link? I send, what do you call it? I've sent Stealth a link so many times. But I think he's afraid to face me. So he's welcome to come on. He's like one of my white whales of people I'd like to get on. And Mint Diggity, Joey, this stream was dedicated to you. Schmuel said he fired it up because you crashed out and rage quit your stream over low memberships. All I heard was Joey say, I'm leaving, and if there's not, I could come back, but there has to be 100 memberships here for me to come back. And I was annoyed because I love super chats. I love super tips. I am not going to argue, but nobody owes them to us, right? And it's not, and acting like you're owed is absolute bullshit. So let's do that. But I do think that it would be pretty goddamn awesome if Joey and Karmic got together, because that's about the speed of where we're at. That's what was show exactly the way we pawned it. I watched. I've watched it all, and your shit is basically written on AI. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but doesn't stop you from talking. So look, hey man, it's America. Anybody can fucking do whatever they want. I got no problem with that. But if you're gonna run for president, look at what Donald went through. If Trump can handle it, you can too. Joey, you are a prime example of what's wrong with America. You are the swamp, Joey, the fucking never. He's actually the boomer that makes me feel bad about being a boomer. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. Stuttering fingernails here. Joey and I have had more debates than almost everyone. Oh, look at this. We have a super tip from Shane M. So let's get that. Go, go, go. All right. And let's hear it. Fun to say Joey has no chance. I'm from Louisiana. We had a governor go to prison, uh, get out, become governor again, go back to prison. He said the only way he could lose is getting caught with a live boy or a dead girl. Um, Shane, thank you for the $20. And I won't disagree, but that's isn't that the old that's the old line in Louisiana politics, isn't it? That you'd have to be caught with uh, a dead girl or a live boy. That's Carville likes that one all the time. So there we go. But Shane, super grateful for the $20, man. Thank you very much, and we like it. Um, Eckel is just smiling at his wall. Oh, he fucking hates because he does all the clips and all that other stuff, and he hates that I talk and don't do clips. Um, uh, Look at Griff talking about what a bunch of loser. Dude. Uh, you know, a grift is when you complain uh that people aren't taking care of you and you deserve more and you think you're better than everybody else. I know exactly what my position is. I am just a fucking lucky guy. That's all of it. Hey, look, Peter Sky Parker, Schmuel, is making this look easy. Thank you, Peter Sky Parker. I appreciate that. Florida Governor Rick Scott got elected twice and the Senate. Largest fraud against Medicare in history. Um, did but he didn't go to jail or anything for it, right? Like I don't think they caught him. Uh, but every single one of these guys, like I grew up with Schumer, and it's been known forever the guy's a fucking crook, but he's still here, right? And he finally gets the moment to be the Senate Majority Leader, loses that Senate Minority Leader, and they want him out. And who's he being kicked out by? Kicked out by the chick who was a bartender, hotter and smarter than he is. So there we go. I'm a maniac, and I can't wait to vote for Joey Say. Well, you're gonna have to move to some small state where you can get on the ballot because it ain't gonna happen in Florida. And he was CEO. He stepped down and got a bonus. I'm thinking of Charlie Crist, right? Charlie Crist was the one that went Republican, then Democrat, then tried to go Republican. I mean, heart attack. Oh wait, just ignore him before you have a heart attack. Yeah, Joey, double up on the. You're gonna need him. I'm just trying to toughen you up, pal. Um, you need to double up on that blood pressure medicine. What the difference? He's stolen money from Medicare, so fuck off. Some of us might argue um, that certain individuals are healthy enough to hold the job and should not be getting uh, a disability check for their post traumatic stress syndrome. And I did use a D, not a T. All right. It is going to happen. I'm going with the signature. Right, right. Just like you were going to take over YouTube, just like you were going to run, the community down where you live, just like everything else. Have you ever completed anything in your life, Joey? Like anything? I mean, just one thing. So, Rick Scott. Oh, so Rick Scott was the guy that I thought Joe. I thought the other guy. You know nothing we are doing. You know what? I don't have to open the carton of expired milk to know that the milk inside is spoiled. But there we go. Chris Mack is a Joey C supporter. Well, and that changes everything, kids. Um, vote for Joey Say. Uh, that I paid into. We all paid into it, and you paid in way less than you're getting back. And it's nice. It's very nice to use that as a cope, but it's not. And there's a limited supply of money, however the system works, and there are probably people more deserving, right? Um, so there you go. Uh, Young old vibes, spam. I think it's not really polite to call a presidential campaign spam, but I get it. I do get it. Uh, you see, we already got a lot of signatures. You will say, well, guess what? The signatures are useless as tits on a nun because you have to collect them within the period of time, and the election is not until 2028. So all the signatures that you have, okay, are as fucking valuable as my Amazon Basics toilet paper in the back room. So, uh, I don't know who you're trying to smoke here with this shit, but it ain't me. All right. Joey, you behave with the entitlement of an African woman. I wouldn't be surprised if you had pictures of dead hip hop artists with angel wings and halos superimposed on them. Um, I don't think that we need to insult African American women. Um, but if we did, like if they did this, what does Kumia do? The Black Twitter or whatever. You could probably do those, uh, Joey yelling in a parking lot things just as much, and people would, put it down. And maybe it's even more sad because he is a white guy. I will vote for Joey in 3 states if my plan works out. Vote often. Vote often. Let's just say, uh, 2 swing states. 2 swing states. Don't take no shit from nobody, Joey C. You think so? It the truth. I don't know. Joe, you gotta work on like the vocabulary, the grammar, the syntax, and all that shit. Really, before you get there, because one day you're gonna put one of these fucking things up, and it's gonna be important, and you're gonna say something really really bad. Joey cleaned pubic hairs off urinals for the MLB for 20 years. Schmuel. Um, Never moved up, only moved down, and sad, but it is what happens. That's not what cope means. I don't know who's coping, but we can go there. Mint diggity being the wet blanket. This is so ridiculous to entertain Joey. I'm sorry, Mint. I apologize. I will do better for you. All right. Your rage baiting will not work on me tonight, young old vibes. I am totally chill. Well adjusted guy. There we go. Roy Cohen, fuck Schmuel Buckman. Calvertons, that stuff is itchy. I can't, there. I heard Grillo is running for president too. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the fucking debate? A Grillo Catalano debate? No, you's done it. No, yous guys did it. Fuck yous guys. My Uncle Vinny's gonna come over and he's gonna kick your ass. Pretty goddamn funny. Um, 78 million collect disability. Did you know that? Next year, I go to regular Social Security. Did you know, Schmuel? He not in Florida told me I can start. Now they gave me permission. Yes, they gave you special permission, Joey. Um, that's one I'd like to see. Um, but and honest to God, Joey, only the poor take Social Security at 62. It's like half of what you're going to get if you wait a couple of years, and you can't make, you can't earn outside income. It's like capped at a really low amount, or they start fucking taking all that shit back from you. So, not necessarily a smart move. I am clear in Florida and can legally collect the signature. They gave me the free nightlight. It is approved. Chris Mack, you're in here. Chris, how about checking when can candidates for president in 2028 start accepting signatures for the 2028 cycle. You know nothing about Florida. Yes, they count now till then. No, they don't. No, they don't. You have an election cycle. We have to go through November. You cannot do anything until this November ends. And if I am wrong, I will eat a jelly donut, just like my good friend, Chris Mack. Right? Joey C is a rigger. Wants to be. Everything is rigged, right? Jury rigged. Out for ring. Okay. Florida, I can collect legal signature today and tomorrow, all the way to July 2028. 100% green light. You don't know what you are talking about. Okay, but I'm open. I've asked what do you call it? Our Robert's Rules of Order. It's not Sergeant at Arms. What's the fucking word that I'm looking for? That Chris Mack is, to look it up for us if he can put down the jelly donut long enough. Joey, what are the 3 branches of government? We'll start with that before we ask you what they do. Do 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 do. All right. I'm now just being an asshole. It was funny when Joey admitted he lost the argument on Husey. I have a feeling Joey's used to losing arguments. He just yells more, and when you yell like that, and you're powering and whatever, you walk away, and you feel like you do it. So, guys, Joey says, call them yourself. So this means Joey does not know what the 3 branches of government are. I paid a lot in 33 years. How much unemployment did you collect? How many disability checks did you collect during that period of time? How many checks did you pass that were bad? How many people did you rip off? I mean, come on, pal. And if there are 38,000 veterans living on the street, how come you're not out there helping them? That's the other point. So, the church of Brother Joseph was the best. Now, there was Isaac and there was Jacob. Right. In Florida, there were no veterans living on the street in Florida, because we know if you'd been doing it, you'd have been telling us about it. The politicians are handpicked. Biden, Harris, Obama, Trump, all handpicked by elites. Joey has no chance. That's you're saying that, Mint, and it's sort of true but not true. It's like, you're not going to be president of the United States. It's hard. Biden was let in just because of Trump, but it's rare that a graduate of Syracuse would get in. I mean, that's the whole thing with this country, is like, your future is set depending upon what school you go to, what family you're born into, and who you know. Then said, to quote the Reverend Jackson, yes, I can. I am somebody. Joey Riggs the grifter. Rigger. All right. I'm sorry, David Arnold. That's a fuck. Oh my God, that's a belly laugh. The 3 branches of government. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria ladies. Very, very fucking funny, my friend. Very fucking funny. Latanya could probably tell us the 3 branches of government. Let's see. We were quizzing our presidential candidate there, Latanya. Do we all agree Moody is a dumb guy? Finally, Moody is not a dumb guy. I have met Moody. I have seen Moody's brain in action, and Moody is one smart little motherfucker. And by the way, last night, Mersh called Moody an Arab because he didn't like him and he needed a stereotype opinion to make. Moody is Persian. Okay, so there we go with that. Buckman shooting from the hip. I'm trying to learn how to stream I'm like do solo streams, so this seemed like a perfect opportunity. Um, Joey is correct. You can collect signatures at any time as long as the petition within the requisite number of signatures is submitted by the deadline, which is July 15th, 2028. Wow, Joey wins one. And I will then look again, but I just don't see. This show has been going on over an hour and nobody told me, and it's been all chat. It's been all chat, and not only is it all chat, Josh, we did a printer parade before we really got going. Everybody showed their printer. We put them all up on screen. We saw some old ones. We saw some new ones. But mostly we found out that most people haven't used their printers in a really, really long time. I know, but people kept calling him smart. Well, he is smart. It's okay to call somebody what they are. There's nothing wrong with that. A candidate running with new party affiliation must file a petition with signatures equal to 1% of Florida's registered voters preceding the general, as of the preceding general election, right? Which I think the estimate I saw was 184,000. But Florida, because of its procedures for disallowing signatures, is very high. I think it runs about 40%. You would need 184,000 plus 40% to guarantee that you would have enough valid signatures. That's a big thing here because that's a thing that they do in New York is they challenge your whenever you get signatures, they challenge it. So I've worked in a couple of campaigns, and we always had to get double the number of do it. Mint is 100% correct. It's been a while since I've seen a Mint chat, but Mint, you're 100% correct. Not sure what about, but there we go. No fucking way. Joey had a church grift too. Brother Samuel, he sat down and I read the Bible and then attempted to interpret it, it was classic. It was one of the best iterations of Joey. I enjoyed it. And that would be fucking hilarious is if Joey got up there as a presidential candidate and fucking did fire and brimstone, you know? So there we go. And Paladins vote for the least dangerous. You never knew who the least dangerous is. My general philosophy of elections has always been I vote for the guy that's not in office because I figured he's had his chance and it's fucked up enough. He's gone. Joey, enjoy the bread and circus. I do feel in a way I do feel bad for Joey because this is really all about him looking for respect, and he's not going to get it. You know, no one takes this seriously. So maybe people in his family do, but I can't imagine that he would survive a debate with even fucking Granny would beat him in a presidential debate. So Joey, this is Bo Beats Black Sheep. Joey, you don't have a chance in hell of surviving the political sphere if you can't handle such low tier detractor. I would put detractor nonsense as this, but you put detractor as this one. 100%. Somebody, thanks for the membership, Bo. And who is Santorini? Voodoo? It's an island, I believe, in Italy. The town in Vegas. Judicial and it's pretty goddamn funny. All right. It's becoming more and more obvious that Melton and Moody harvest all their ideas from AI agents and assistants. Disagree. I've been lucky enough to watch some of the ideas form and come to fruition and do it. Let's just say Joey's VP is a Marxist. Does it really matter, people? Uh, uh, Granny is pretty smart. Hey, look, he got somebody to let him live in a shed for a year. So, how do we doubt that? Um, but I don't think his knowledge on soap and body odor is uh, is up to par, not college level. All right. Be watch and say, no, we love watching you embarrass yourself. It's kind of the funniest. That's why Eckel and Rochi have 6 hours of show they can do every weekend. It's always new. It's always interesting. Um, you guys are getting lost in the details when the bird's eye view is what matters. Thank you, unbanned Josh Jenny fan. Santorini is in Greece. I should know that. The wife is Greek. My stuttering jaw thing. I'm trying to put in everything. And my fucking one eye is really fucking wanky tonight, right? I got like a mersh eye. Can you see that? All right. Let's see what Joey says. You know what the lifespan is. Wait. You know what life's pain. I Jesus Christ. Normally it's May, but I'm gonna take this seriously. Joey C14. You know what life's pain. Fuck. You know what life's pain am real. The American people want a real person that will fight for them. And I will fight every day for this country. I think there may be an argument that you're not a real person, that the rest of us are bound by a strict moral law, and that's not you. All right. Chris Mack, I will help Joey run the nation. That's more frightening than the commie Marxist VP. Chris Mack. I am honored to have been offered a high level position in the Catalano administration. If I was quick enough, I could think. I would be able to think of a quick cabinet level position that would both be funny and ridiculous, but I can't because I'm dumb as a fucking rock. Latanya Vegas didn't say Granny was hygienic. And is it grease from like is it like just from not bathing or is it a Florida thing or what? But it's like Google Earth could identify it from the like it seems like there's just like this haze of odor overhanging that place. Not to mention he's sleeping in a dead guy's bed. And he has a dog. I mean, seriously. Santorini. It's that island with all the white buildings. We'll have to do it. I'll have to check with the bride. All right. Uh, Dang Lizard, I support Joey running as a presidential candidate. I'm looking forward to Netflix paying me for my newborn king documentary. Mr. Catalano came from humble beginnings. Floor Newports were everywhere. Swisher Sweet wrappers had to be kicked out of the way just to get to the bedroom. All right. Where in New Zealand is Moody living? I don't know. I don't ask those questions. Uh, it's humid in Florida. I just remember being in Florida. I had to shower like 2, 3 times a day. All right. Oh, excuse me. How are your foreign relations, Joey? From what I've seen, you're no Nixon. Would you consider yourself a Monrovian, a Nixonian? Uh, what are your feelings on Kissinger, Cyrus Vance? Uh, did you think that George Mitchell did a good job? Let's go. Santorini, unbanned Just Any fan. I'll meet you there, Schmuel. Dude, if you say it, I'll fucking do it. So, but you know what? I can't take the risk that you'd stand me up like Chow. Permaseal finishing for $1.99. How many landlords will vouch for Joey? Excellent question. Is the over under 1? And is that person suffering from dementia? So who knows? Who knows? Ah, Yellow vibes. Joey is an ignorant FCK. I think the sad part is he's not ignorant. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. He spends an inordinate amount of time, figuring out how to beat the system. Something that I find disgusting. Me and you decline in malware live podcast from Santa Rita. That would be really fun. Um, I do have a vision of you guys having me strapped to a chair and doing whatever you do, whatever it is you do to locals uh, on a beautiful island. All right. Let's see what Joey C says. I should put the chat up, but I'm lighting a cigar. All of them at one. Wait a second. All, all, all of them. UT1. This is my first time. Have you looked at the history books? The only people that run for president year after year after year are fringe lunatic candidates. Um, so, uh, like when I was a kid, Gus Hall, the Communist Party guy, ran every year. All right. These guys gonna call Moody smart forever. Eventually, though, he is an idiot over and over and over again. Is being an idiot something you're familiar with? I don't know, but we do know that Moody's got it. He just trusts me. Hey, Roy Cohen celebrates 1 month of membership. Kissinger should have been imprisoned for war crimes. It's funny when Kissinger died, he died a hero. Um, but I always remember Nixon like that with Anthony Cumia is Get Me the Jew in there. That was really really funny. Um, Roy Cohen, you're showing your age. Well, his name is Roy Cohen, right? So there we go. Joey, the fraud candidate, 100. He's the frauditor. Stevie is the frauditor. Um, Magdalena, MGD, dumb MLC tard. I don't know who you're speaking about, but I imagine that it applies to a lot of them, not me. Oh my God, Josh Denny fan. I skipped a Josh Denny fan. Whatever. Chat. The world is gonna go crazy. Schmuel skipped my comment asking for what he saw that proved Moody is smart. He saw Moody when he saw Moody's brain in action. I was running through some numbers, and we were like having a conversation, and I was running through some numbers, and Moody quickly picked them apart. I mean, like really, really fast picked them apart. And then I had a conversation with him later on about some aspects of the things, relationship, a relationship thing, and I thought he gave a really, really great answer. All right, you know who the idiot guy like Schmuel? You know who the idiot guy like Schmuel? Um, I I don't know, maybe take a like brush up English class. We could do that. We could do that. Where have you been, MGD? Where have you been, MGD? Decline host and I tried to summon you recently. Beetlejuice style movie. No, it's Stern. Um, Gus Hall received funding from the KGB for years. Yeah, and much of there was a lot of belief that they let him run, not the KGB, but the Americans just sort of let him run, let him alone. That he was really a goofball and harmless. I know he had a lot of trouble in his early years, but that he was this sort of harmless goofball, and um, better to just let him do what he did than try to fight with the guy. All right. And Chris Mack, who says I have a Twitter. Joey, your thoughts on the Houthis, and Hezbollah? How about the arming of Kurdish rebels? Should we? Should we not? I I know what it is, but I forgot. Yeah, it pretty much may. I mean, it wasn't real. I'm not sitting there giving the fucking guy an IQ test. I'm saying I met him. He seems smart, right? I dealt with him for a whole weekend. I watched him put shit together. I watched him figure stuff out. All right, and I watched other people try to do the same thing. And I like Moody. And I don't understand the striking thing. I don't know. I generally stand against it 100%. I will find out more though, and see whether I should. But there you go. Uh, I don't think you calling him an idiot, Joe, is insulting a man 20 times smarter than you. It's cute. Uh, the problem is I'm not smarter than Joey. Um, I will use the word again. I just have a moral center. Um, Joey C, pay your rent, scumbag. Wow. This is so fucking funny. MGD, why are you reading every chat, Schmuel? Because when I don't, you fucking people yell at me. No, I'm kidding. Some of them are in there. The glazing is shameless. Yes. Everybody could use a little glazing every now and then, man. Stroke a man's ego. It's the way to his heart. You know, they stroke me a little bit. MGD shits on me a little bit. It's a nice back and forth. It's fun, right? It's fun. We're allowed to have fun. We don't all have to be mean all the time, right? I don't have to walk around mean all the time. All right. If you ask the top poker players about anything about poker, they will know it. A lot of them are complete idiots in real life. Yes, but I was asking Moody other things, and I've had conversations with Moody with other things. All right, Permasil finishing. How much has the fuck is going on with my super chats here? Disappearing very quickly. Hold on. How much is the Cantaloupe family costing this country all in? With all incarceration cost, it's over $1 million. But they are paying back the 13K uh, on a monthly payment plan for like whatever it was, 10 years. They'll wrap it up in 2030. But maybe they could have taken that YouTube money last year, paid it back early to show it what great citizens they were and how they really had changed. But that's just me. Um, but yeah, um, uh, not a surprise. It is. I will say, Permacell. I just want to put this back up. Somebody made the point earlier, and I will reiterate it here. For somebody that hates the government, this guy sure lives off the government, right? All right. And the incarceration costs. No, but seriously, like, look, if you cared about veterans, if you cared about people in prisons, if you cared about all that stuff, you wouldn't sit in your house with Chat GPT coming up for solutions for some ridiculous pie in the sky presidential campaign. You'd be out there fucking trying to help those people. That's all I'm saying. And I can say that too because I've done it. All right. Schmuel can't name one thing Moody did that makes him smart, but he assures us that he has seen evidence in it. Because I've learned, Josh Denny fan, that no amount of evidence, none, zero, is going to have an effect on you one way or the other. So there we go. Dang lizard. Uh, that would be a that would be against them. It would be really funny. I don't know if they had crests in Italy, but that would be like great. Like the crest written in Latin, and we go, "Oh, that's great." And then you read it, it was like, "A Catalano never pays his debt." Very, very funny. Um, after all Melton did, after all Landa did for Melton, Moody gonna strike him for watching his goofy video, and you're okay with that? Come on, man. It's Moody and it's Melton, and you think I wash fucking Melton's balls all the time. You know, you're hey, babe, you wash Melton's balls, you sucking Melton's dick, blah blah blah. And I I'm not involved in this. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do, right? And Why do I care, right? Landon shits on me all the time. He's made up stories about me that aren't true. Uh, I don't wish the guy any ill will, but if he gets himself in a jam, you know, it's a little too late in life to be turning to Schmuel to help you get out of it. All right. Uh, unban Josh Denny. Joey has owed me $20 for like 2 years. I think you and probably half the state of Florida. All right. And correct, as my friend Chris Mack points out, Melton struck Brian Landon? Question mark. Melton didn't strike Brian Landon. So your question then meant implies that Moody, either one, is under the thumb of Melton, or two, is his henchman. I don't believe that that is. Schmiel, you haven't learned. No evidence will affect me. In fact, it's exactly the opposite. All right. Right, Moody did. So isn't the problem with Moody not with Melton, but because Melton and Moody are friends, anything Moody does, then Melton is responsible for. Where have I heard that before? And yeah, just go hand in hand. Some sandwiches out to the vets, Joe. It's not like you don't have EBT, it just cost you a cent. Bring them a bottle of water or two, shit like that. It would probably be difficult to wash Melton's balls due to what I presume is a very large pubic fat pad. When's the last time you think you've seen his toes? Or his other part? Landon debated day one pay pig. Also, Landon gave a merch for his store with the Sorcerer wanted poster. Then Landon's a great guy. I mean, what do you want? What do you want? I'm not going to be like, I'm not simping for Landon because of him getting, he wants to be a pay pig, he can be a pay pig. He is totally allowed to do that, right? And I'm sure that all of this fucking energy that you're spending on it in a week, these guys will all be sitting around at a table, getting drunk and laughing at you guys. So, time to move on. Yeah, as far as I heard, he didn't watch the video, just uploaded the full video. Dang, you're a guy that makes videos and stuff. So on issues of like this matter, I defer to you cats. Uh, Unban Josh David. Schmiel, you need to start responding to things in a genuine way, not in condescending non sequiturs. You aren't funny enough to pull it off. It's off-putting. Guess what, Josh? I don't have to do anything. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I like you and you're fun. And we go back and forth, but this is not serious and we're not having serious discussions, right? So there we go. So it's a team thing. You are ballless, Buckman. It's not a team thing. That's the whole point. Is it's not a team thing. At least not on my end of it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not on anybody's team. Okay? And the fucking team sport analogy that keeps getting whipped up here, that team revolves mint around you, Dan, Chow, and Little Man. Right? Those are the guys that are on a team. More than anybody else in here, it's the three of you guys. And oh, we got to take down Brennan. We got, or whatever. We got to take down Shuley. We got to take down Carl. We hate those guys. We hate. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I know all the hosts you admire repugnant, smug assholes, but I promise that's not the example to follow. I admire skill. I admire ability to do things. But smug asshole. I don't think I'm a smug asshole, but if I come across that way, it's really all me. And there we go. Moody and Melton are crypto bros, right? And you could be but the thing is, I'm bros with friends of mine, but if they do shit, it's not because I told them they could or they would. And I've had friends do fucking stupid things to other friends that I wish they wouldn't have done, but they wouldn't go. Glaze them more, you old sack of bones. Nobody glazes more than you, man. Right? You, Dan, and Chow, like, you're the fucking ultimate glazers. That's the thing. Like, and it's mostly glazing each other, but it's like, but it really feels like you guys sit around, you make a decision about which ones we're going to like, which ones we're not going to like, and then that's what we're going to stick with. And you can't get your head out of your asses long enough to say what could be good here, what could be good there, right? And I say that, but I love you. Pay pigs, keep the lights on, yo. I'm not gonna argue. I am not gonna argue that. This is a fake Chris Thompson. But good evening, fake Chris Thompson. Send Dave the link. I am actually leaving here. Bucky gonna have a stroke. Nah, this is nothing. Schmuel, you're like the grandpa I never had. I'm just trying to help, and I'm trying to help you, right? And so, look, the reality, Josh, the total reality is, I can only do this for a couple of years, and I'm gonna be dead, or I'm gonna and be unable to do it. So does it really matter, right? Like, does it matter? I enjoy it. I like building a channel. I like annoying people. I love all of those things. Um, but the distinct reality is, it would be stupid for me to sit here and do what I need to do to plan for some long term future. Okay. So uh, there we go. I got to skip a bunch of chats. You have low comedy IQ if you think Carl is a talent. I don't think Carl's funny, but I think Carl manages to package something in a way that people want it. I don't understand why that's so difficult to understand. And, you don't have to like love people to appreciate stuff that they do. I've worked for a lot of asshole bosses um, that I've admired certain things. And I have no clue what I'm talking about. No, man. See, here's the deal, man. What happens with you young people is you think you got to pick a side, right? And you can't bend from that side. It's like, I got to have this side. This has to be my attitude. This is what I have to do. And you can't move off that. And you get older and you start to realize that life tends to be much more gray than black and white. That is my thing for tonight. On bad Josh. Jenny Van. Carl is good with a package. I bet. Good point. Would I have suggested that? Even suggested that. So there we go. I had picked Schmuel's side as difficult as he made it to stay on Team Buckman. Thank you. That's not a talent. That's good organizational skills, you goof. Are good organizational skills not a talent? How many people do you know that, but for the organizational skills, would be making fucking money hand over fist or living a great life, right? Um, it's talent. And talent has many. There are many talents, right? And the guy who can organize, put things together, stay focused, it's talent. It's something we've had in generals that have won us wars. And it's something that we haven't had in generals that have lost us wars. So there we go. Um, I'm on your side, Buckman. I just think the guys you glaze are sorry as fuck. See, and I think the guys that you glaze are sorry as fuck too. But there we go. What do you think of Rob Saul getting sober? Good form. He looked great. And I have to admit, there was a certain, I saw a clip, there is a certain amount of fun watching Stuttering John unintentionally, intentionally dox you. um, feeling superior to you and letting everyone know that you were in rehab, which totally wasn't necessary. But um, that's what SJ needed to do. This is crazy. What's crazy, man? What's crazy? That somebody could have an alternate opinion, a differing opinion than what you guys have. Schmuel intended keeping his ceiling low when we can all see he can easily surpass everyone he looks up to. I have thoughts on that, but they are not for public consumption. To compare Carl to a combat general, I gotta go. Good night. It's just a smaller, it's an example of a smaller thing. Listen to Mint. Um, Mint, Mint is liked, Mint is respected. Something that the rest of that crowd does not get. Anyway, uh, who do I glaze? Certainly Landon. There was JMO. You certainly seem very enamored of your buddy Danny Boy and Chow. Um, so there you go. Um, Schmuel has a raw talent and it factor that no one he takes advice from can match. And Genta, Team Schmuel, heart, heart, heart. Thank you, Genta. Love you too. Um, so I think that there's a little bit thing here that would say um, getting advice and taking advice are two different things. Um, and I have gotten a lot of advice. I have not necessarily taken that advice. And so some of it, yes, some of it, no. But mostly it's process advice, like um, about picking times to stream, things like that. Now, Carl, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, would be uh, insulting the shit out of me if if he saw me talking to the chat, right? Because his whole thing is, you talk to the chat, you got nothing. That's why you're talking to the chat, and I enjoy it, and I think you can make something of it. So that's it. So I don't agree. Uh, like you guys think that. Well, if I agree with Carl in one thing, I must think that he's awesome in everything, and that's untrue. But like I said, you'll figure it out. Speaking of being glazed, Schmuel, what if Jimi Hendrix took guitar playing advice from the successful location guitar teacher? I would assume that a Jimi Hendrix or anyone, you said you mean local guitar teacher, or anyone took guitar advice and guitar lessons from many people, not just one. All right. I got to go to bed too. All right. It was interesting to see Rob Soul say to John, I was embarrassing myself on the internet before getting sober, especially because that was what the Dabbleverse kept telling him. Um, but Rob kind of had to know that he was embarrassing himself. But dang, was that a secret message for Johnny Boy? Was Rob trying to relay something? And there we go. So Carl would be crying about this show, and it's good. So Carl knows fuck all about what we're doing here, about me, about what I want to do, about what I'm trying to achieve. I think the problem that I get from a lot of you guys is you think that the goal that you have for stuff is the same goal that other people have. And that's not me, right? I do what I want, and considering who I am and where I'm from and all this other stuff, I don't have any regrets.
about this. I'm happy with the channel growth. I'm 51 people away from monetization. So if you could wrangle your friends and neighbors into uh, subscribing, it would be cool. Uh, I felt like it was a message to Don, but fell on deaf ears as always. Yeah, he doesn't. The John is so wrapped up in his own head. John really thinks that he's a success, right? Um, and I believe that John secretly thinks we all want to be him, and so none of this serves any purpose. Uh, so, organic growth of a type of show no one else is doing is the way to go, in my opinion. Ain't nobody out there like Schmuel. Organic growth is what I have strived for. Um, and that's the thing. And for all the fucking ball washing and all that shit, um, that you guys say, uh, I don't go on a lot of other shows. I go on shows with people that I like. Um, and, you know, I try not to spread myself too thin. And, there we go. But organic growth again, it's what I'd hoped for. And, it's what we want. And, if I have to wallow, really wallowing, if I have to do 949, be at 949 for another year, that's fine. Um, I enjoy it. Carl loves this shit. It's the first time in Carl's life he's ever felt respect. Um, maybe, but I do think that Carl is what's the word that I'm looking for? How do I say this? Carl's kind of got a cunty attitude, right? And I don't. So I don't know whether about the respect thing. I'm sure that people have acted with respect towards him, whether they felt it or not. Um, that I'm not really sure about. But I will say the Rochester crew really do like the guy. So there's that. Um, all right, kids, we hit the number that I expected would get us out of here. So reaching out to Carl's people to get you on WAT pay. If I had a secret, uh, it might have happened and somebody chose not to take it. But who knows? All right. Let's go here. All right. Tommy Jordan's hairline. You look you look 80-year-old lesbian. Okay. Um, cool. I'm happy for that. Are you into 80-year-old lesbians? Because I'm looking. All right. Time to go, kids. 37 people. Unbanned Josh Denny fan, star of the evening. Thank you very much. Dang Lizard, awesome to fucking have you here. Mint Diggity, love you, even though I like arguing with you. And Brack, as per normal. Genta, fantastic. Just make sure. MGD was here. She's great. Peanut Butter 66, fantastic. We're doing the reverse roll call here. And Chris Mack. How could we forget Chris Mack? And excuse me, you said Landon got you butt hurt, so you're not gonna defend him for the strike. Landon didn't butt hurt me. This is you guys and your fucking words. Bit hurt, coping, seething, blah blah blah. Landon didn't butt hurt me. Okay? Landon made up stories about me. So I'm not going to go running to his like. Why am I going to go running to his defense? And if he made up stories there, how do I know what the story is here? It's all too confusing for me. And the reality is, I don't give a fuck. And I also know with Melton and Moody, everything always seems to come out in the wash anyway. And so, and yes, I am old and out of my fucking mind. I think we read that earlier. And let's just see what the last chat of the evening is. Love you, buddy.